No, I have an impulsive reaction. I mean, no, I know why I smile. I tell you, okay, I reveal my mind. I was in the Gulf, and in some yatras they really have this problem. I think they have, it's like the main preaching is no onion, no garlic. You know, I mean, like almost like the first thing they tell to people. I'm exaggerating, obviously, but they're really like, and they're like South Indians. They're really onion addicts and garlic dependents. They're really, you know, for them is like almost a staple food or staple stimulants. So, and sometimes ISKCON gets a bad name because they're almost like the people who wants to stop our onions and garlics. You follow? Yeah. So when I'm there and this thing comes up, I tell, look, engage them in Krishna consciousness, engage in chanting. I mean, I'm not saying that they're not, but sometimes they get stuck in this onion and garlic. Now, I would say that again, officially, these are international standards. Technically, onion and garlics, I think by dictionary they are vegetarian, although we use it. They are vegetarian. It's not eggs, meat, or fish, right? So technically, they are vegetarian. So if they keep some garlics, under the carpet or under the bed, under the mattress, just for emergencies or something. That it's like, I would say, okay. Then it's again, as you build the relation, they're already chanting Hare Krishna, they accept it. You did a little ceremony, and then you talk. Some people you already have told them. Some people tell later. I would just suggest to not to make it a little like the pivot, no? That is like the deciding factors. I mean, Srila Prabhupada, in New York, went to the even stayed when he had to run away from the Bowery. He went to Carl Jurgens, and he had to keep his food in the fridge. There was the meat of the dog. So he had Prabhupada food, he had the dog food. So, I mean, he accepted that for preaching. So here we are saying no vegetarian. So, a sticker, we made this sticker specifically onion and garlic proof. So even if there is some onion and garlic, they still stick. But thank you for asking. Okay, Shadakuti, enough. Enough. You need to start the whole thing. But okay, thank you. And we'll follow up then, okay? You'll get some email and say, how is your Shadakuti going? And of course, please, synergy. Some of you may translate the thing in Hindi. Some of you may read. You can share, no? Because not everybody has the same facilities. Some have designers, printers, some may not. I don't know. So, share among you. Next course. When is the next course? Yeah. Okay, share the files. Huh? How many of you use Southern charts in your congregation, in your community? It's not totally up. Okay, let's talk about it quickly. Why Sadhana chart? Sadhana chart basically is a piece of paper where people keep track of what they're doing. Okay, help devotees keep track. How to get rid of this? It helps people keep track of spiritual activities. Highly customizable. You can emphasize whatever element you like. There is no one sadhana chart. There are many that you can make whatever you like. Help mentors to supervise the practices of their proteges. If you're following up on somebody, it's easier than just to ask, so how are you doing? Which is very vague. You just say, okay, how are you doing, Prabhu? Would you like to share your sadhana chart? What have you been doing? No? So it's more like clear. Like the doctors in the hospital, yeah, they may say to the patient, how are you doing today? but the main thing they check the, what do you call the health reports, okay? Blood pressure, this, that. No, that's what they want to see. Because that's what's happening. And also provide tangible documentation of engagement in Bhakti Yoga. Warning, warning, warning. Obviously, the sadhana chart should be introduced in a positive way, not as an imposition for control and dominance, but as a tool to improve one's absorption in the process of purification. Tools, you can use it to till the land, or you can also use it to bang in the head of people. So depends a lot how it is presented. Obviously, different people will practice at different levels. Someone may chant 1 round a day, someone else 16. Both should be appreciated and supported. Okay, that's the spirit. I mean, 1 round a day is more than 1 million. Means 10 lakhs of name in a year. So that's valuable, right? It's valuable. Here we have a simple chart. I have a couple of copies I can give you if you want. So basically here we put name, the week, the day of the week, the wake up time, total rounds in the day, rounds before 7 a.m. Again, it's customizable. You can put before 6, before 5, before 4, before 8. It's really, maybe you take that column out. Maybe it's not too important. What book are you reading? Minutes of reading or pages read, time sharing Krishna consciousness with others. They're doing some preaching, maybe, in 1 day per week they did some book distribution or something. Other services, association and programs. You can say, okay, Friday I went to the group and Tuesday I went to home of the devotees. And then special notes or questions in the bottom, philosophical questions, things that come up. You say, okay, put it there, so then we'll discuss it. As a quick overview, again, talking about the culture, like you are as cultural engineers, you are engineering the values. You're stressing what is important. Because if people think of certain thing, and you say, this is important, the time you wake up is important, how many pages you read every day, it's important. Okay? So you're shaping the values of that person and the behavior. And of course, eventually also the deep assumptions. So, teach us to value early morning rising. Krishna book, chapter 70. Lord Krishna would immediately get up from bed, exactly on the appearance of Brahma Muhurta. And ideal householders should learn from the behavior of Lord Krishna how to rise early in the morning. Okay, so the total rounds emphasizes the importance of maintaining one's daily quota of japa, whatever that is. Rounds before 7, or whatever time you choose to put, reinforces the idea that it's best to chant early in the morning. In a letter, Srila Prabhupada wrote, chanting japa should be done early in the morning with full concentration, preferably during the Brahma Muhurta time. Okay, I know in some communities, they stress a lot this value. And Srila Prabhupada says, yeah, right? You remember this guy? Yeah, this guy, this church is Saint George. And but can I share something? Sometimes I feel that stressing of chanting in the morning, it's a bit overdue. Now, once I was in a house of a devotee, and in the kitchen there was a sign. Evening chanting is stupid chanting. So I felt, well, I understand the spirit. I understand the spirit, Brahma Muhurta, like morning. I understand the spirit. But theologically, I'm not sure if we could really support the statement. No, I mean, we all know the philosophy. Holy name is not different from Krishna. Nama Chintamani Krishnas Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddho Nitya Mukto Abhinnatva Navanamino. Nam Nama Kari Pada Nija Sarva Shaktis. So all these, then at 8 o'clock in the evening becomes stupid chanting. It didn't really. I know one sadhana chart. I'm talking principle. I won't mention names. Okay, I'm talking principles. I remember seeing a sadhana chart that gives points to different rounds. Okay, if you chant something, I don't remember exact points, but I remember the principle. If you chant before 7, you get 3 positive points, plus points for a round. Okay? But if you chant after 8 p.m., every round is a -3. So if you chanted, say, 8 rounds before 7, then you had your work and all your thing, you had it all day. You come back home, take a shower, and you sit in front of your altar, chant another 8. So basically you did 83, 24 points in the morning, and you lost 24 points in the evening. So your japa points for that day is 0. I've seen this. I mean, I've seen it. So I understand that how ever holy name be minus? I mean, I just don't understand. It almost encourages people, it's not do it, but almost encourage people not to finish their rounds. Because you arrive at 8 o'clock at night, you have 2 rounds. Well, if I chant those 2 rounds, I lose 6 points. If I don't chant, at least I lose 6 points, I keep those 6 points. Now, fortunately, Haridas Thakur was not applying this, otherwise he would lose hundreds of points over the night. He was chanting all night, I mean, 80 rounds, in the morning he lost all the points of the day, it's really heavy. I mean, so okay, in other words, don't overdo it, okay? Don't overdo it. Don't shape the theology to stress an important point. You can give an extra point, okay? Okay? You have 16 rounds. I'm just giving an example. You don't have to give points. Because also, better 1 round chanted with devotion at 11 o'clock at night than 1 round chanted spaced outedly at 6 o'clock in the morning, isn't it? Right? I mean, we all have experience at time. I mean, I also prefer to finish my rounds in the morning. But sometimes on a peaceful way, you sit down. 7:30 in the evening, you chant a few rounds. They're nice. And maybe in the morning you are struggling. So that gets 3 points. The one who is kind of good, it gets minus. So don't overdo it. You may give an extra point. Okay, before 7 o'clock, it gets an extra point. But please don't give minus point for me. I'm asking a personal favor. Okay. What book are you reading? This item reminds them to read Srila Prabhupada books. Letter to Mr. Lorenko. Thank you for reading my books and appreciating them. Please continue to do so. That will help you advance nicely in spiritual life. By reading my books and chanting Hare Krishna, your life will become perfect. Reading amount in minutes or pages. Srila Prabhupada said in the morning walk, you can associate with me by reading my books. So, it has value. 30 minutes with Srila Prabhupada in a day, you think it has a lot of value. More reading, more association. This applies also to listening audiobooks. Again, this is Vaishnava Prabhu, very famous for reading very regularly, intensely Srila Prabhupada books. If you have any question anytime, please raise your hand. Time sharing Krishna consciousness with others, preaching in some form. Srimad Bhagavatam says, the highest perfectional project of philanthropic activities is to engage everyone in the act of preaching Bhakti Yoga. I found this quote interesting because it does not say that the most philanthropic activity is to preach, but is to engage others in to preach. You see the difference?